All right, so it looks like we are live, but let me just make sure that we are actually live inside Facebook. Okay. And while I'm doing that, Mark, yes, we are live.
Yay. I love that you're handling all the technology.
Me too.
Yes.
Thank you, Iris. You're the best.
Well, good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be in this awesome world of ours. Today is a fantastic day. Guess what? I have 3 phenomenal coaches, speakers, and experts in with me today. Well, not here, but online. But we have Mark. As you know, everybody knows Mark. He's like our celebrity here, so we also have Crystal. We also have Crystal Foushee. Hopefully, you know what, hon? I'm always mispronouncing that. I am so sorry.
You're fine. You are. And look, you got it right. It depends on whatever side of the family you're asking. So you pronounce the way my father's side does it. So you're perfectly fine.
Oh, great. I'll just blame it. I have a really strong accent. Yeah. And then we also have the beautiful Elizabeth Judith here with me today.
Aww.
And I'm just so excited about this. As you know, many of you, we restarted this live stream and with me and Mark, and now we're bringing in experts from all over the world, and you are going to get to know them every single week. And as you know, this is unscripted. Almost anything goes, right? Almost anything goes, but we're going to have fun. And today we're going to be talking about taking action, or really this entire month of June is about taking action as a business professional, as an entrepreneur, even as as a mom, as a husband, as a person. So who's going to get that started? Mark?
I'll
start.
I yield the floor to the beauty, and the brains.
Yeah, I'll start us off. I am taking action this month. That is a great synonym. When I saw it pop up on the LinkedIn and Iris's LinkedIn, I was like, absolutely, I wholeheartedly agree with that. I've just recently launched C&D Academy, and I've been like, okay, what kind of actions are we going to take? And so recently I've had some opportunities to actually take my trainings global. So I'm actually going to be doing some trainings with China next month, and hopefully I'm going to be doing some trainings in Africa in September. So I am working on kind of looking at a global market in the US. So to back up, I'm in clinical trials, so clinical trial contracting. So I train contract managers to actually negotiate the contracts. In the US, we have quite a bit of clinical trial experience there. And so although I think that the training is helpful to anybody, I'm noticing that I am starting to get more global clientele who are wanting to enter the clinical trial realm. So where there may have been no expertise or they're very new to it, I'm getting more and more interest from the global side, which I really hadn't even considered. This was something totally new. And so I'm taking full action, gonna jump in feet first, see where that leads. And I'm super excited about it. So that's kind of my action in work and my action in momhood. T-ball starts officially on Saturday. I'm now a T-ball mom. Got to get the snacks ready and the outfits. I was like, is he too young for a sign? Like, are we there yet? So super excited about T-ball this summer and how that's gonna end up.
Love it.
Oh my gosh, Crystal, you are doing amazing things. Oh my God, you just mentioned about China. This is amazing.
Yeah, so I have a couple partners even before I started C&D Academy, just networking, right? And they were in Asia Pacific, and I have one in Europe. And then once they saw C&D, which I told them C&D Academy, which some people forget, they saw it launch, and they were like, "Hey, I got an idea. I'm doing some trainings over here. Would you like to, join?" And I'm like, "Absolutely. If anything, it's more exposure." And I was like, "The only caveat is I'm gonna need a translator because I don't, speak the local local language. And so they were like, fine, we'll get that set up for you. So I'm super excited about being able to do that. And like I said, just moving into the realm of where, there's a need for it, right? So there are several countries that are not, I'm not gonna say they don't participate, but they don't participate as much as other countries. So while they're trying to come into clinical trials, and we can actually probably, because if you work in clinical trials, a lot of people say that contract is the rate limiting factor. It slows us down. Negotiations are always long and prolonged, but if we can actually condense that, we can get more sites and more countries up and running, which gives us a diverse pool of people to have the drug tested on, so that we know how it works across all types of peoples, all countries, versus just one particular group that's participating in the clinical trials.
Wow.
Oh, I love that. I love that. That is amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Guess, that's the start.
Yeah, so we're starting out. Like I said, I'm very excited. We're going to see where this goes, and just really putting it out there and seeing if do we do more training? Do we have people do my training? Do I actually start to create trainings that are country specific? I would have to partner to do that, because I'm not familiar with those countries' laws, but I do have people that I can partner with to actually get that done. So yeah, just kind of seeing where we're going. So it's super exciting.
Oh, that is
Wow. I love that. That is very exciting. And what a great start, because you are taking massive action, which, setting the
feels so tiny,
example.
though. It feels so tiny. It's just, it's just a little bit, and it's literally just speaking, right? I'm just talking, I'm just speaking, I'm speaking what I want, and kind of just putting out there and networking and talking to people. And then they're like, oh yeah, by the way, let's do this. And speaking of Iris, I was at the Magi conference. I was talking about being on an IRB board. The IRB is the ethics board that oversees the clinical trials. They were like, you should be an IRB board member. And I was like, oh, well, is that even like, something that a person, I always think it's doctors, right? It'll be doctors or somebody with some type of medical background that sit on an IRB board. And they were like, absolutely not. We actually need lay people. There's an attorney that sits on there. And they were, I just literally just started talking, and I had an IRB interview yesterday. And so now I'm going to be brought on as the IRB board member at a particular site. And so it's just, literally it's just talking and just networking and just kind of putting it out there. And then I wholeheartedly believe the more you put out there what you want to do, and when you start kind of living in your purpose, the doors just start opening up for you.
Yeah. I love how you actually said it's really actually small, because which is it's small, but it's consistent, and it's all about showing up on that consistent, following that heart and just showing up. I love that quote that says, that what is it? When preparation, luck.
Oh yeah, when opportunity meets
opportunity, meets preparation. That's exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what you're doing. You have to show up for all the fabulous synchronicities and to connect with people. And we're not meant to do these things by ourselves. And that's such an amazing example of that. So for me, what I do, I love this topic because I am the courage coach and the creator of the Loving Discipline method. And it's really all about being able to consistently show up for yourself. And lately I've been working primarily with people pleasers because people pleasers, that's my personal journey as well. Which starts leaking into perfectionism and procrastination, which can, they're very highly linked together. And it really is all about developing that ability, the skills, but the courage, and, which leads to developing that self-discipline to be able to consistently show up for yourself, put yourself out there, and for all the magic to start happening, which is exactly what you are doing. So that's exciting. Congratulations. Important work too.
Yeah. And you had, I love that you said that it takes courage. I told Iris all the time, I said, most of the times in my life, when I'm moving, I'm white knuckling it all the way. I'm scared out of my mind, but I'm going to jump it. I'm going to be like, but I will try, but I'm going to be scared to do it. So I'm glad you used the word courage, because I think that is one of the major things you need as an entrepreneur, because it is scary. And if you don't have a little bit of fear every day in doing it, then
absolutely. Yeah. Quit waiting until you're comfortable, right? It's really not about that. And people want to wait until they're confident. And I like to say, it's like, no, courage before confidence. You got to show up. And as you continue to show up, it builds that confidence in yourself that you're going to be able to handle whatever it is that comes your way, as well as you start, once you have the courage to show up and put it out there, you get the confidence that comes from other people, seeing you and going, yes, I want to jump on board, and the magic starts happening and you're off to the races, right?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's more, you don't get comfortable. You just start walking through that fear. You just keep going, just keep putting one foot in front of the other, and just keep moving. And I won't say you'll get more comfortable, but you'll have less fear about jumping more or further or trying to.
I think what it is I think the feelings, we're never going to, expanding and growing is all about stepping out of our comfort zone. Absolutely. So we're always going to feel that discomfort that comes from that, but we can start to be more comfortable and reframe what it means to feel that discomfort. When we've been kind of a wuss for a while, as soon as we feel that discomfort, we're like, danger, danger. That means we need to go back into our shell. And the more we slowly build that courage muscle and take those steps and put ourselves out there and realize, no, we can be okay. And not only be okay, that's really how the magic starts happening, and we start building that confidence. And the more we do that, we start to value that uncomfortable feeling, because we realize, no, that doesn't mean danger, danger. That means I am being courageous. I am putting myself out there and doing what I need to do to be able to discover the next step. A lot of us, this was me, my story. I have to have it all figured out in my head, so I don't have to risk putting it out there into the world. I'm going to guarantee that I get that good result from everyone. And you can stay trapped in that for years. Mm-hmm. For years, and you start to discover that, wow, by being willing to make mistakes, put it out there, learn from them. It's that growth mindset, right? All about taking those chances, not having it be about being perfect, but about learning and growing, that you start to actually realize, oh my goodness, you can stay trapped in this one idea forever. But when you have the courage to put it out there and take action, you can find out, oh, wait a minute, I need to course correct, but you can stay on the wrong course forever if you're not willing to take that action and have the courage to be able to discover, right?
That's beautiful. One of the things that helps me, because many of you know that I'm an introverted coach. One of the things that helped me to really get unstuck whenever I feel like, oh my gosh, the imposter syndrome is creeping in, what I call gremlins in my head. And like, oh no, they're telling me you can't do this, or are they going to like you, and all that stuff, is I focus on serving. And that's the key word for me, is serving. And that helps me throughout the years, because I start thinking about, well, this is not perfect. I don't think I should launch this. I shouldn't, I should not be talking about this because I don't have everything in line yet. But then I shift my mindset and say to myself, you know what? I am going to get rid of all these self-limiting beliefs and just go for it, because it's not about me anymore. It's about the people that I want to serve. It's about them.
I love that. I think understanding that why is a huge part of, us being able to take that consistent action and finding the courage to be able to do it. I want to kind of expand the definition of people pleasing. A lot of people feel like, oh, that's about boundaries, or, we need to say no. But I think it's even more about just having too much of an emphasis on, like you were saying, what other people are going to think, and worrying too much about pleasing everybody else. And then I have no business. We get all caught up in our head. and it gets in the way of us following our heart, being our authentic self, making that positive impact that only we can make, And when you focus on the serving, it kind of pulls you away from that people pleasing. It's not about how everybody else is going to perceive you, doing it right, doing it, someone may judge me, someone may, right? Which is really what people pleasing is. It's putting all of our time, energy, and resources into trying to make everybody else happy and do it, fulfill everybody else's stuff. And what happens is we wind up sacrificing our unique impact that I can hear you tapping into that when you even just start to mention the word service.
Yeah. And it took me years to figure that out. even though people are telling me, it's like, you're enough, Iris, or I need you to listen to these videos, motivational videos, or you need to hang out with the right people. I was so stubborn to learn until I finally realized and reflect on all the things that I'm learning, I'm listening, and all the things that I'm doing, and finally realize that, oh my gosh, I am enough. Not everybody is going to like me, which is, I'm fine with that. I embrace that because, I don't resonate with everybody. I don't like everybody. I know Mark is going to say, love everybody, Iris. He always tells me that. But it's like, there's some limitations. I'm just being honest. Mark, you know me. I'm just being honest.
Yes, I just thinking about what Elizabeth has said, and Crystal and you, Iris, is a lot of times we as experts in our field, we're too close to our work and our content, and sometimes we see too close, and from the outside, people are admiring us. They're like, "Oh my gosh, how are you doing this? Tell me, what kind of magic sauce alchemy is this?" But to you, like, oh, this is not a big deal. You're doing it like 3 minutes later, boom, done, or like an hour later. But to somebody else, they're like, oh my gosh, how are you doing this? So I feel that sometimes we're too close and we undervalue our specific craft. And, that's why it takes to see somebody who's at the top of their game. They're in the flow, in their purpose. It's a thing of beauty. And I think it's something that we can get inspired from and implement in their own life. And, it's about taking action, not perfect. Nobody says it has to be perfect action. It is action. Take action and then see the magic happen. We only live once. We're not getting any younger. We've got to take action now.
I think I win the award. I'm by far the oldest person in this room.
I might be the
That's
second.
okay with me. Yeah. And you don't want to hear how long it took for me to get this. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Far too long, which is why I'm so passionate about helping other people do it.
Yeah. And I think the key word in that everybody's saying is like action. When I get like that, or the voices are in my head, like to get out of my own way, go do something for somebody else. Even if it's just something small. I pull the trash around for my neighbor, or I, cook a meal for somebody. Just doing something else, doing some other type of action for someone else, some type of service, helps to kind of pull me back and calm my nerves. And I'm like, okay, now we can kind of, go back to that. But even, I don't know if that's a distraction or what the proper term is, but just, doing some type of act of service for someone else to kind of help them through their day helps me through mine, whatever. I don't know.
I think it gets you out of your head. When we're in our head and feeling like we can't take action, it's because how we're in our head too is very self-focused on. We're worried about doing it right. We're, trying to figure it out. It's not perfect yet. It's not, and we can just get stuck there over and over again, and just stopping. You're right. And it just shifts your focus on and get you out of that head. And then you can come back to it maybe with a little more perspective.
Right. Exactly. A little more perspective. Exactly.
Yeah, I love it.
And speaking of action, right? As you know, we are doing 2 events under the FEMCEO Global. And we have one coming up in November 4th. Actually, Mark, myself, and Elizabeth as well as Murphy. She's not here with us right now, but I think she's going to join us next time. But we are all going to be doing that. It's Saturday, right, Mark?
Yes, November 4th, this year.
Right. And then another one that we have, I know I'm just like skipping through this, but another one we have is the one next year, 2024 in Barcelona. That's going to be sometime in April. So I'm excited about that. So for those who are listening in or watching this, let me know if you are watching this replay. So I want you to type replay if you're watching this in the replay later on. And I'm just dropping those little hints right now about our 2 events coming up, one in November as well as one in April. So
just to be in the presence of the quality of people that we have on this Zoom meeting, this call is just incredible. I can feel the energy. I mean, we're not even in the same country, but I can feel the energy. I can feel, it's like this tapping on the shoulder, like, hey, listen, try this, don't doubt yourself. So what? It's never too late just to be in the same presence and with the same type of people. And I have known Elizabeth for years, and my goodness, she has led me through some amazing things in my life. Just such a great mentor, and I'm so grateful for the quality of person that she is. And
That's
it's just
mutual,
amazing.
by the way. That's very mutual, by the way. He's helped me too. Yeah, he got me my first TEDx talk, and he's an awesome coach as well.
I just want to be clear. I didn't get you. I put you on the path. I got you to the TEDx talk. I didn't get you like, oh, you get a TEDx talk, and you get a TEDx talk, and you get a TEDx talk, and you get one. No. It wasn't like this.
No, but I seriously don't think I could have done it without you. Your help was invaluable. So, yeah.
Okay, so Mark, does that mean Crystal is also going to be on TEDx?
Absolutely. I put some magic touch on her and like, okay, let's do
I receive it.
some magic pixie dust. There it is. And yes, absolutely. We can definitely make it, we can see where it goes, and I can put specific things into her stream of consciousness, into her vision. It looks like she is an action taker, go-getter type of person. Those who take action, they get rewarded. It is about taking action. You can dream, you can think, or you can say, it's not perfect. Even if you don't get it this time, you learn. And it's a lot better than no action in the same place a year later.
Yeah. And I will be your tech girl, guys. I don't mind being the behind the scene person. I'll be cheering you on.
Oh, you've got a lot to say too. I can hear that.
Right. I was like, Iris, let's not just limit you to a tech person. Like, let's not do that.
Yeah.
We have awesome things. Yeah, we definitely do have awesome things to come. And so before we end our live stream, our session for today, is there anything that you want to leave for our audience? Is there like, I don't know, motivational quote, one word, anything that you would love to share with our audience about yourself?
Oh, wow.
Oh, about myself or some advice to them?
That too.
Oh. Well, I hate talking about myself. So that's one thing you're going to learn about me. One thing that I just don't really like to do. My piece of advice, Nike says it best, just do it. Like whenever you're thinking about like trying to get something done, as Elizabeth was saying, you can get stuck in that rut and get stuck there for years. Just do it. Like that is some of the best advice. It's just putting it into action, putting what you want into action, start talking about it. And I'm not even going to go as far as to say, start talking about it with the quote unquote right people. Just start putting it out there and the right people will find you.
I love that.
Yep.
I love that.
What about you, Elizabeth?
Oh, I've got so many things sometimes that, everything just comes up, just, I think really focusing on remembering why you're doing taking the action that you're doing in the first place. You know, this is a really inside out approach. And, you know, yes, action is absolutely important, but we can spend our lifetime exhausting ourselves and to find that we've got our ladder up the wrong wall. You know, so to start to cultivate the practice of really checking in with yourself and getting to know yourself and understanding, why am I doing what I am, you know, that I want to do, so that when you do get caught in your head and this and that, when you can say, well, wait a minute, let me focus on serving, you know, what is it that I really, really want? And ultimately, I think we need to really understand we are enough. And that's what loving discipline is all about. I think that as we take action throughout this world, everything should be a beautiful expression of love for ourselves and for that magnificent potential that we have. And from that, we will then be able to serve the world in a bigger way than we ever thought possible, or we ever would have been able to if we were simply focusing on the achieving.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Mark?
You know, I got teary-eyed even. No, this is so good. I just got to say, got to come back next week and see where discussion will take us, what kind of experts we'll have, what is going to be the new twist. And I'm just so excited to be on this journey with you, Crystal, and of course you, Elizabeth, and my partner, Iris. It's just amazing. I'm just so happy to be here and to learn and to support and to grow, to challenge myself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, exciting new friendships being made here with Crystal, and Iris is new for me too, all because of my friendship through Mark. Very, very grateful to be interacting with all of you. Feel blessed.
Same here. I'm so grateful and thankful for you guys for showing up. Oh my gosh, showing up and being here, being in the present, serving other people. So, and that, having said that, I hope everyone find our session valuable. And if you want to know more about our events, our upcoming events, let me know. Either speak to Mark or contact any of us. We are often on Facebook, if not either LinkedIn or Instagram, Twitter. We are in any socials, right? We all are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All
So
right.
yeah. Just look for our announcements, for our postings about events, schedules, and everything that is coming. Keep the time aside in November and then in April of next year to make sure that you are staying part of these events and staying part of this community, because this will change your perspective and will change your thinking and will change your life.
All right. Stay tuned, everybody. Speakers, if you could just hang on for 1 minute, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.